Hey guys, it's Melinda. Today I'm going to do a different kind of a read. I hope everybody's doing good. This is going to be on the Photon belt, which they say is around the Pleiades, and it's going to explain like the spiritual transition and stuff like that. So somebody asked me to do this read, and so I'm kind of excited about it after I read all this stuff. So let's check it out. Okay, the Photon belt is also called the Photon band, the Photon ring, monosic ring, or the golden nebula is a spiritual belief largely linked to some parts of the New Age mystics. This has been talked about for more than 50 years. Some say the Photon belt will envelop the earth, causing a spiritual transition, the fifth dimension and all that, fifth dimension. The shift or quickening, the concept of the Photon belt ties into the phenomena of extraterrestrial intelligence. The core of the beliefs is that the photons are circling the Pleiades. This belief is the Earth will pass through these photons, resulting in humanity elevation of an altered higher plane of existence. The end of the world or both. 1928, born Arthur writes a temporary window for spiritual transition that at this time humans can reach a higher level of existence, which they term the galactic level. Some call the fifth dimension. A guy named Samuel M. Lear in the 1970s refers to them as Oz rings. Okay, or the rings of Alsaman. Speaks of the seven suns and our sun being the seventh. He also says these rings are made up of radiation caused by the splitting of the electron, speaks of the mind and lower self, higher mind or higher self. Scientists say that this is not possible. It would require the gravitational pull of a black hole with light rays being bent around the black hole near the event horizon, forming a photon sphere bar and interaction with gravity or matter. Photons otherwise travel in a straight line. Some say it's a myth. So some say it's a myth that it's not going to happen. Some believe in it as, their spiritual self going into a higher plane. And I want to throw some cards on this to see if this is something to do with, like, people's been talking about the ascension and going into the fourth and the fifth dimension. And so I want to see what the cards have to say. I think this is going to be pretty cool. Okay, I do have some Nag Champa going, and I'm going to be using the Golden Tarot, and if I need to clarify, I'll either use these or my cards. It's going to be pretty cool. Okay, there's my cards. Is this real? Let's get the 100% truth. The seeds card fell out. I'm going to put it back in. Two more of each. All the cards wasn't got, so I'm going to take the bottom part that I didn't shuffle. That's only fair, right? Same thing. It's only half at a time. These cards are kind of big. One more of each. Okay, I'm going to do 7. Because we have the 7th sun. Comes up every morning. Thank you, Great Spirit. Two off the bottom. 3 off the bottom. Okay. Knight of Wands. We'll get us a whole story, okay? Hanged Man. It's a different perspective on what I've been thinking anyway. The Lovers. Justice. Judgment. The 3 of Cups. And the 4 of Wands. Wow. I won't look at the other 3 yet. Put my glasses back on. So for the Knight of Wands, what I'm getting is that we don't know the whole message yet. You know, he's got the message and the whole horse is not shown. So for right now, we do not have... There's life around this too. And he's very proud. He's very proud, and the red shows me that there's life. And then the Hanged Man is looking at things in a different perspective, you know. And if we look at things in a different way, we may find something different. Yeah. And he's got some sprouts down underneath his head there. That's coming up. And there's a little house or something back there. So yeah. He's definitely, you know, he's hung by a tree. But this tree maybe a Palladian tree because it's just floating. And then the Lovers comes out, which is also being touched by another angel. You know, and I'm seeing this as some enlightenment. The dog down there, the dog is like, he's next to the woman, but the man's looking at the woman. The woman has her hand around this tree stalk. Which also has a bird up here, you know. The birds always are messages to me. And with the angel. Shh. Okay, I'm back. The dog's letting us know that there's people walking around on the sidewalk, okay? So the next is justice, and I'm getting a ringing in my ear just now. Okay. You know, maybe justice has something to do with, you know, what's the good and the evil. And then the other angels around it to help show enlightenment. They have the male and the female with the justice. And then, yeah. So we got 2 lovers on here already, because this is the lovers that I'm thinking this. And then right after justice is the judgment. So with the judgment card, there's plenty of people. And then there's also the angels. Then the angels all around this card. You know, so who's being judged? Who's being judged? Because this person right here has the crown of thorns. And then next we have the 3 of Cups, which is celebration. So we could be celebrating because the 4 of Wands brings structure. And there's people that's having all kinds of fun. And there's no evil doings. It's all dancing and laughing and just having a good time. Wow. Let's see what these 3 cards are down here. Okay, the first one of it would be come from the top. Is the 3 of Coins. So maybe if we build our happiness and build our friendship and our families, that's what I'm seeing with this. If we all work together. If we all work together, you know, and yeah, if we all work together. And then the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands, he's like looking out. He's looking out. And what if this is the earth right here? That ball. And somebody's looking out for us. And they say it's the Pleiades, you know. Yeah, and look at that. Look at his face. He's very content, very happy, very satisfied. got his walking stick there. His wand that has growth on it. The world, the growth, new homes, angels. And then we have the 5 of coins. Maybe while some of us is going into the 5th dimension, when we're doing our shift, some has to be left behind. Yeah. Because it looks to me like there's like, these could be like hymnals or however your faith is, you know, your belief. You know, some was in the dark. Some was just in the dark and couldn't see all this. You know? So all these are really, really good cards for ascension, you know, but to see if this has anything to do with the Photon belt. I mean, they're talking about different things now, because how this is saying something about the black hole, and then the light rays has to go in and wrap around. Well, that's how they're talking about how to do time travel, you know, and stuff like that. So these is looking really good. Now I am going to throw some of my cards that I've made, and just to see if we could get a little bit of clarification. But for right now, these is looking pretty good. You know, it just is. So maybe this belief that some people have, that has to do with how they're going to ascend. Now, this isn't talking about like at everybody drinking Kool-Aid and getting behind the comet or nothing like this. That has nothing to do with nothing like that. This is just some people's spiritual belief, or this person wanted to see if it was real. And when I was doing the reading on it, when I was reading up on it to see what it was, because I didn't know what it was, that it said that oh my. Let me think on that a second, because I kind of lost it. Okay. All the scientists or whatever this isn't what I was going to say, but the scientists or whatever, they think that you'd be going through all this radiation and stuff. But, you know, scientists aren't always right about everything. I mean, we got to have some kind of a belief, some kind of a faith, you know, to, even if your faith is anything, doesn't matter what it is. Even if they don't believe in a higher, any kind of a higher power, you know, God, Buddha, Jesus, just any, you know, they don't have to believe in any of that. Nobody has to do anything, because that part doesn't matter, because we're all going to get to the same place. You know, if you live a good life, what does it matter how one believes? It just, there's nothing, I don't think that there should be any kind of a fighting over it. Okay, I think I need to stop right here, and I'm just going to see what's going on with these cards. Somebody has got their eye on us. Is this a Pleiadian keeping their eye on us? Could be. Is it our higher self? Because our higher self is up there somewhere. You know, rooted, staying rooted, staying grounded, you know, and just staying with our spirituality of whatever it is. And then claim your shine, baby. Claim your shine. These are good cards, guys. And then we got truth, foolish behavior, and honor. Foolish behavior is just having fun, right? As long as it doesn't hurt anybody. Some people think that they're nuts for thinking this. For thinking about any kind of a spiritual belief or about this Photon belt. Now, we're trying to see if this this Photon belt is like the spiritual transition. So let's see. True self come through. True self come through. I'm just not seeing nothing wrong here. And then enlightenment shows up. You know? What I think is that if one wants to feel like this is true, and if this is so, that why not? You know, as long as that whoever wants to feel this way or think this way is coming with goodness within inside themselves and doesn't cause harm to anybody, why not feel like this? Why not? I want to look at this bottom card so bad. All right. I'm going to take the bottom card, and then we'll cut in the middle too. Grandmother Moon. Oh, I seen it. Oh my gosh. I seen it, right? The Grandmother Moon. And then this says shift consciousness. I think we have our answer, guys. It's the shift consciousness. I am going to cut in the middle because I can't, I don't want to see the bottom card of that, but I'm going to leave that out. I'm going to cut in the middle. Life. Let me pull that out. Or like that. Life. Can't get no better than that. There we go. I love you guys so very much. And I'm very glad that I did this. I do have to go for a little bit, and then I'm going to come back and do a couple more pulls. And thank you very much for that question. It's just, that was awesome. Yeah.